Generic greetings and welcome to All Will Fall. Today's beverage is a nicely flavoured Scottish raspberry infused sparkling water, a very hydrating beverage, unlike the water around us in the game, because, well, this is salt water, I believe. We are stranded in a big flood in the ocean, so suboptimal to say the least. So yes, welcome to All Will Fall. This is billed as a post-apocalyptic survival colony sim with physics-based building, some difficult political decisions, as well as complex mechanics for the transport of goods, etc. There's a lot of words in there, but basically you are trapped on a ruin and you have to survive. Now, I have played and displayed this on the channel in the past, but that was a while ago now, and it was a very early build of the game. I think it was a playtest, so we're just going to jump in and see what it has to offer. Certainly play the first several in-game days. So let's just go to new game. And we have options for fresh start, that's your tutorial type of thing. You've got random town, which is a completely new place where we could start again. Captain seems to have some kind of strange building sticking out of the water, who knows what it does. Randomly generated map with a tutorial, or sorry, without tutorial. We start on this, like say, randomly generated, so every time is different, and it's got a lot of verticality because that's one of the selling points of the game. Requires us to have complete the tutorial all done, and the goal is to build, equip, and send off your humongous ship. There's also Broken Tanker and Roguelike City, which I've not done, but again, these are similar in terms of what they offer, but it has different modifiers and goals. But we're going to go with Random Town. I don't know if other maps are in this one or are planned, but anyway, that's yeah, that doesn't really matter for now. We're just going to load in and, like I say, do the very sort of first several days in game, which is a lot going to be like sort of gathering resources, setting up research, making homes for people, things like that. So I'm just going to pause it for a moment as it's now loaded up, just so we can survey our surroundings. So as I said, it is dynamically generated, so it is a bit different. And well, these are our survivors there. You can see they're coming off this boat. This is the boat that basically crashed on top of this big concrete ruin after a storm. The boat got this far to safety, but the time has come to say goodbye. Don't worry, there are plenty of other boats in the sea. Don't think so. You will know what to do with it when the time is right, so we can salvage it for resources. But speaking of resources, what do we have? Well, you've got your typical stuff like food and water, wood and junk, and then it goes to more advanced stuff like metal and sand and tools, and then into fuel and electricity and such. And a lot of this you'll be unlocking via research. All of the building stuff's down the bottom. Some of it's quite basic, like supports and pathing and stuff, but then you've also got houses and water stations, gathering, etc. So we'll crack on with that. It does give us a basic camp, not really tutorial, but certainly a couple of goals. Okay, so we should establish a basic camp if we want to survive. How about a place where we can store things that we find? Sounds like a plan, or we don't need that. So if I say sounds like a plan, we gain water, food, storage for building, food, and water. Or we say we don't need that, and that gives us 10 influence. The maximum amount of influence depends on the total population size, and that allows you to, I think, they basically have certain choices and such. But I'm going to go, sounds like a plan, although I can't do that just yet because I need to build a storage first, so we will crack on with that. There are some basic resources around here, so this is pile of wood, and there's also another pile of wood there. Now these we can gather and will be gathering. That is, as I said, a big goal of it, but let's get some storage up first. So I'm going to go over to water storage, and I'm going to place water storage in, where am I going to place it? I'm going to place it in there. I'm also going to place in food storage right next to it, and then we're gathering. We don't know, it's not there, that one. It's here, but I can't build it because I haven't got enough wood. Okay, there's obviously a big alert above. Whoa, what's happened here? Are you okay? No, definitely not okay. How strange. So yeah, you can see all these guys are basically, they have complaints because they don't have houses, so they're wanting us to sort that, which we will do as we progress on. Again, one of the big selling points of the game is the verticality and how much the terrain changes. So you'll get floods, and you'll get the water. Basically, the water will alter in elevation, height, and such, which is one thing. And then you've also got things like your workers. So you got workers, sailors, engineers, and then they have like things like daily needs, so housing, loyalty, leisure. You can alter how much food and water they get and such. It shows you their statistics and such, but also as their happiness goes up, they gain noticeable bonuses. And it is notable bonus. It's not just like, oh, they're 5% faster at walking. It's things like, well, for workers, +2 carry capacity. Leader traits, we gain extra influence, we gain extra production efficiency. You go over to sailors, things like 50% increase in movement speed. So even just a tiny little boost will help. So our next move, a fishing hut, a wood crane, or a demolition hut. Now, there's many options we could go with on that one. Fishing hut, wood crane, or a demolition hut? Well, actually, do I even have access to any of those? We do have a small lab. We do have a small wooden house. We have obviously all of the stuff to navigate. I actually don't think we can build anything other than... Oh, no, there is a dock. Place for boats to drop off their loot, but we don't have a boat. So I think it's actually going to have to be research. I'm going to see what it actually says, to be fair. No, we're capable of making a good decision, but here's what we can think of. Here is what we can think of you should do right now. Captain, wait, I have a better idea. Instead, you should... Don't listen to these fools. We must... Yeah, everyone thinks they know better. So, shut up, all of you, or this is our number one priority. And you can see, basically, it's you're getting loyalty based on who you choose. So, fishing hut to get food, a crane to gain resources, or a demolition hut. Now, the demolition hut will break down things like these walls here, allow us to get access to it. So I'm actually going to probably build that. But first, I need to research it. So I'm going to go over to... Ooh, I can't get that. Okay, I was going to pick up the lab, but I can't. So instead, I'm going to have to go here. So how am I going to get over there? Well, the obvious choice is to build a pathway. So you've got things like wooden ladders to go naturally up and down. You've got wooden paths. You've got stairs, etc. Do we have supports? We do have some sort of support, but I don't think I need it just yet. I could literally go with a wooden path and drag it across. Now, the game is probably not going to like that, and it's going to have to build this first. Oh, no, there you go, look. The game does not like that at all. Okay, so what I will do then is demolish that, because there was a timer on that to indicate that it's going to collapse, and I'm going to go with a wooden support block, which, again, allows us to walk across it, and as you can build, you might be able to see that the colour changes based on, like, weight and tension and such, so... Now that we're across, what will happen is all of these resources will be gathered. Oh, wait, no, it's rubble, so we have to get around this stuff here, but get into the rubble. Okay, I guess we're going to be demolishing stuff from there first. Okay, well, there's wood over there, and there's wood here, so that's the obvious one. We can't really get down... Oh, no, I think I can get down to fuel. All right, there we go. So that's going to help us out. If we go down here with a ladder, we'll get access to fuel. So I'm going to do that. This is going to be a temporary permanent solution, you understand. So ladders, and I'm just going to place it there and then basically drag it down. And that should take us all the way down to the bottom. And then the workers will climb down. And the problem with ladders is that it isn't efficient as like the stairs, I believe, because it's like, well, essentially single file almost, or at least that's what the game says, but it seems to be not too bothered about that. Okay, fine. Back over to these connection struts, and I'm going to go there and then there, because again, allow us access to the wood pile. You don't have to tell the workers to do this, to gather these resources. They will just do it automatically. However, you can change the priority on the right here, so we're just under standard priority. So the workers are cracking on, building around here, which is good. We've got some more junk there. Once I gain access to some fuel, I can make some weak explosives, and then I can place it in like in areas and basically blow holes in the wall. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. However, you can see it's a bit difficult to see through this. That's why there is a slider to remove sections like that to give us better access to it. So that's good. So I'm going to place this one in maybe here. That's a bit of an explosive there, and then that gives us access to this. So again, not just giving us more access, but also more, I can say, real estate to build on. So there's that in place. Now we need to detonate that, make sure nobody's about. Danger close. There we go. Okay, so that has... What? Did that not blow up? Oh, was it not on the right level? It was... I thought it was on the right level. It might be on the right level. Oh, this, of course. Okay, I was going to say, what's going on here? It's just, yeah. I was a bit confused for a moment there. Right, okay, so now let's get more access over here. So we'll blow that up. And let's just go to max speed here. And let's see about that one. Pile of gas tanks has been depleted, yes, so I don't have unlimited gas, but we'll detonate that. And oh yeah, that's gone everywhere. But now we have access to a pile of junk, which gives us access to metal. There's also a pile of junk down there, I believe. Yes, pile of junk. Yeah, fine. So that's all good. And then I can get more research, or at least some research. There is said research building. And yes, you can just place the buildings like on the side and stuff if you really were so inclined. I'm a bit concerned about if it going there. That would probably not be great, would it? Although I do find it funny when you do utilize these, like say like that. So you're building it right off to the side, and the game is obviously shouting at you saying, you can't reach it. How are you going to build there? Well, I think you'll find that should suffice, because this is clamped on, because when you place things, it shows you basically where things are clamped. So you can do that, and we've got those green little markers to indicate basically how everything's connected. So we've got good connections there. It doesn't look the best, but it will do. Yes, I hope there's not a fear of heights and or swimming for these people. So research, I'm going to assign some engineers to work on that one. This is an automatic. Then we want fishing hut, wood crane, or a demolition hut. I'm going to go with... What do I want to go with? Probably a demolition hut, actually. Eventually I'll go with a simple boat as well, because, as you might imagine, you can have a scout around and get things. Oh, on the water. And I think storms bring in other things as well. Sneezingtons! Okay, so we've also got a mysterious structure. Assign people to investigate this mysterious structure. I remember that from the very first build that I played. You can see there's like... well, it looks to be some sort of pipeline along here. But I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's a mysterious structure which we'll have to get access to. That's beyond the scope of this video. But yeah, it is our longer-term goal. But you can see all the way over here. There's loads of other different ruins. So these look... yeah, these look maybe older because they're like sort of brick and stone. But you've got things like a water tower, 120 water on there. You'd think over here is going to take a lot of resources as well. But yeah, we can only really go to these parts for now. Okay, so how are the guys working? I think working well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start building that I mentioned first. We're going to... I think I'm going to demolish... I'm going to demolish that boat. We'll get rid of it and get some resources off it, because why not? And then I'm going to build a set of steps down here. So we're going to go with build a path, and then we'll start... oh, how are we going to do this? I might have to demolish this bit first. Okay, let me go ahead and place it in there. Get rid of that bit first. I'll also probably have to build up and around as well. But that's why I'm building the demolition hut, because they do that automatically. At least I'm trying to get there. And then we might look at some housing. So one of the workers are going to come along, build this, and detonate. There we go. Okay, that's clear. Let's head further down. So looks like I can't build that. So I'm going to have to build probably some more supports. So maybe 3 supports. 1, 2, 3, I think. Wooden support block. Then the stairs. Then the stairs again. And then a further small set of stairs there. So, not like the best structure in the world, far from it. But it is supported in places, and it shouldn't just fall down immediately. Right, these guys are saying not enough for 4 wood. That's for storage. But I've told them to... oh yeah, look, they're full of stuff for storage. Let me go ahead then and add some more storage, and that could help. So storage. I'm going to place 2 more like that. I'll let the workers go ahead and place it.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that's in. And then they've removed the board. Right. So we have now got rid of the... we've got rid of the wreckage. let's maybe go for some housing. So this is very basic housing, and it should do the job. So I'm going to place it like that, and you can see it's sort of hanging over the edge, and that's intentional because I want to do that, and then I'll put another sort of walkway across like that, which should support everything, and that'll give our people access to homes, which is good. There's also water up here, which we haven't been gathering, so I'm going to do that now. So, like that will give us access to it. And then, yeah, that now highlights to say that it's been done. So that's good. What about over here? Large pile of wood. How much have we got? 94 wood available, so that's fine. Do I need more house? I think I need more house. Each one has a capacity of 2, so more house is needed. Just rotating it to indicate where the door is. There we go. So it'll build that. There's also... Did I just crush them with that? I don't know. Okay. Let's go to max speed. So we're on 3 in the morning, day 2. We can see that it's calm. Wind is 20%, sunlight 100%, rain, nothing. Then we're going to get low tide. So the water level is going to be 4 meters change. It's going to go down by 4 meters. Now, I don't think... On this... For this place, I don't think I can do anything about that. Oh, yeah, so down here, for example... There's a lot of this stuff that we need to remove and clear up. But there's no way down to the next level. We might end up building across. I'll see. But the demolition hut is now in. So I'm going to bring this back up. Bring the camera back up. And I want a demolition hut. Now this has an area around it, you can see there. So I want to build it probably further down. Give us better access to all of this. So let's come down. I'm going to place the demolition hut in... Well, there is a door, I think. I think there's a door. I'm going to have to bring this down again. There is a door. I think they actually can get in pretty much anywhere, but that's going to be fine there. As long as there's a gap around here, we are totally good. Okay, what else have we not got? Another research. We will set up some more research. A simple boat. We'll get a simple boat. And then we'll get a dock for it. Which I think would work out... Would probably look quite nice there. But it doesn't have access to... because of these. Right. Because it wants access on that side. Okay, I might have to move it around. To say back here. Not sure all the way back there. I'd like it up the top here because as you bring resources up, it wants to be on this top level. Maybe if I place it off to this side and put in... I could just fill all of this in, couldn't I? How are we on with that one? So only 20 resources left of that, so we shall see. But the demolition hut is in and requires 2 workers, which I'm going to set. So the range is 30 meters, and it's just going to the rubble. So it's going to remove all of this rubble here, some here, all the way around here. So it's going to give us good access to wood. Eventually, if we go to other places, like further underneath or across, then that should be fine as well. We're on minus 10 water per day, minus 11 food per day. Obviously, the non-edibles, the wood and the junk, is actually totally fine. So we'll get the boat, and then we're probably going to get in, like I say, some food as well, which will require a fishing hut. And I think we'll need a distiller. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We also have to worry about people's happiness as well. Why are these guys? Why are the workers happier? Oh, because they got a straight up 2%, 2+ bonus, didn't they? Let's see. Loyalty. Yeah, their loyalty went up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All good. So that's getting gathered. If I was to give more access around here, would it help? I think it might. I'm going to just try and build across. I mentioned about this being temporary permanent, and... Okay, So the game is shouting at me because I would end up destroying this if I build it. Yeah. So I would have thought that'd have been totally fine there. Okay. I think it's just the order I built it because I was building it on, like, I was nailing it onto the side, if that makes sense. That's possibly what's happened. Possibly. Yeah. Okay, right. So it is a dock. Which would actually go on the edge there. Not there. Could put it right on the edge, but that just seems perilous. See, the issue I have is that if I don't place it further enough away from the building, you can basically get interference. Now, I don't think it matters too much for the dock. But let's see if I can place it on this corner. Sort of fighting the controls a bit on this one here. Don't think it's going to go there. Don't want to. I definitely want it over here. That's the point. It really wants me to put it there. Okay, that's where it's going. And also we'll get a boat. We'll actually get... I'll just get one boat for now. So the boat places automatically, and then I'm just going to set up 2 sailors for it. Now, obviously, they can't get on it yet because they need to build the dock. But once that's gone, they're just going to start going over to things like floating wood. Oh, no, it looks like they can get access to it. We're good. Sailors can teleport. Right, research. Let's go with... There's a wood catcher. Don't really need that at the moment, but I will go with a wood boiler and then maybe food with a fishing hut. Yeah, we'll go with... actually, no, we'll go with food. We'll go with the fishing hut. Because we had access to the water up here. We're both on 64 anyway, but food is -11 as opposed to -10, so there you go. So that research is underway. I do have 6 people currently unemployed. Could go for extra research, but research does require an input, and we're going through wood, but I've got 112, so should be alright. Let's just see what else we have in our building repertoire. We have all the supports, we have pathing, we have the basic housing, water storage, food storage, docks and demolition huts, yeah, other storage there, and then this is build society. I would really like to place that further up, like that. It just matches up. It's like a fuselage type of thing, isn't it? It fits physically there. Like, looks good, but I don't have access to it. So I'd have to do that. And I don't think that's going to work, like, at all. So let's leave it for now. Yeah. So what's this guy? What are they collecting? Oh, so they're collecting... Looks to be... Oh, this is a boat called the Whereabout, and it's gathering junk rubble. Junk and floating wood. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine. We're going to come to a change in sea level of 4 meters, so we'll get access to some new stuff. I don't know how good that will be or not, but there you are. Workers are still removing these resources around here, so that's fine as well. These are some beams. I think there's some metal there. Get a small amount of metal for clearing this rebar. Can the demolition guys do that? No. Sign people will gather marked rubble and floating wood. Let me just go gather. No buildings built. Gather will buy metal crane, advanced demolition hut, metal gathering hut, advanced boat, and metal boat. So I can't do it. Okay. I'll come back to it. It's not the highest of priorities. So that's fine. Research is... Oh, 10 seconds left in order to get a fishing hut. And, well, let's see where I can put that. I have a feeling something fell off there. So what I'll do, I'll set research again. I'm going to go to... I will go to water boiler this time. And then we'll go to fishing hut. And then where do you want to place it? And it matters because where you place it may have a negative effect. Because you've got an area where you need to get inside it. So this side here. Then after that, you need also you need also like an area around it that's completely free. So I'm going to say put it... there? Or do I build it around this? I don't actually think it matters. I think that'll be fine. Now, I have seen some screenshots of people making things, and it's marvelous what can be achieved, where people have made like things that look like a huge boat, but obviously you know it's not because it's like still. But the colony is like absolutely vast. Like it would cover, not maybe all of this, but like a big part of it. I've only played enough, and frankly only have the skills so far to build very basic things that look a bit scrappy. I don't particularly mind that, but it is what it is. So we need to assign some more people, and I'm going to assign a sailor to it. It seems just, yeah, assigning a sailor to a fishing hut. That's all good. So they're going to produce some food now. We also have now, we should stockpile. We know you are capable of making good decisions. Yes. Yeah. We can either gain food or gain water. I've shut up all of you. Oh, interesting. I don't think we can take more water. No, capacity is 300. I'm going to say... yes, confirm water. So stockpile water. You promised to do something. Oh, right, hang on. Right, so I need to get that. 3 days, 18 hours to stockpile water rations. If I do succeed in that, we will gain plus 15 influence. But I don't think we'd use that amount of water. I don't think so. I really hope not. Anyway, workers are cracking on there. So we are almost finished. In fact, there it is. We now have a wood boiler. I'm going to select a different type of item now. This is basic leisure buildings, because you do have to increase housing and where people hang around. But bit of a problem here. This wood boiler is a bit stinky. So as we produce things, it's got basically pollution around it. So if I place it next to here, you can see it's going to downgrade the houses. So yes, I could just place it over in this corner if I do so desire, because that's not really going to interfere with too much. However, is it best to build further down? I don't think it'll be a problem building down, because the flooding I don't think is going to come up to this. In fact, when's the next flood? It's plus 4 meters change. So even if it's 4 meters, I assume it's going to go... is that 0 meter? What? It's not going to be plus 4? It might. Oh, it might. It might flood this bit, but it's not covering it entirely. I think that is meters. You know what? I just think for the sake of security for all involved, let me just place it there, because it's not affecting this, and I can put 2 in a row, and it's on the top floor, which means it shouldn't be affected by any sort of water or anything like that. That's going to rise. You can see we've got some floating wood beams come in, so our boats will be able to get that, which is good. We now have 2 people that we can put to work on the wood boiler. Do you want workers or engineers? I'll just put some workers on it, and that's going to give us 12 water output per day, I believe. We'll see about that. Research is benches at the moment. It does matter. They do want to socialise and things like that, so you have to meet those needs.
Okay, time to work.
So you can see the boat can travel quite far. It's went all the way over here. What's it actually picking up? Is it picking up this? Maybe. We've got some junk pile and also a tree. Increases comfort of nearby houses, or just chop it down for some wood. Plus 4 comfort. So you definitely want to be utilising that rather than demolishing it. For sure. I'm very tempted to try and cross here. I don't know if I can. Is it the same level? It looks to be 1 level down. It is 1 level down. Okay. I do have the resources to try. So I could go there. start building like this. But I think it will eventually just go... not happening. Unless I... Oh no, it might give me a bit of free reign to do that. Yes. Okay. I think it's been I think the game's been generous on that, but we now have access over here, which is good. It also means that, as you can see, all this has been tagged for demolition as well. Research is now complete once again. We're absolutely flying through the research, and I'm going to go with roofs for housing. In terms of the tech tree, you can see it's split into different tiers. Production goes to tier 6, water's tier 5, gathering tier 6, plastic explosive, advanced tuts, pushes, harpoons, pulls in floating resource and range. Excellent. We can can food, trading posts, and lantern pads. Housing, you've got advanced decorations like the aircon there. Energy-wise, I don't think it'll go up to nuclear or cold fusion, but no, we got junk boilers at least in wind turbines. There we go. We're still on consumption, 12 water a day, and production, sorry, consumption is 12, but current production is 32 according to that. So we should be okay. All right. If I had some more, if I had another sailor, I'd build another boat, truth be told. Right, let me set up some communal areas for people. So I'm going to place a bench there, and let's see, maybe a couple of these like fire pit things, fireplaces, yeah. So it lights up the city and gives leisure. So I'm just going to have this area around here, sort of leisure area maybe. Yeah, because I don't think they'll be heading over here. There's no reason to build off to this side. So there you go. I mean, it's just a bit precarious leaning back. Yeah, that could be all kinds of bad. How are we doing? 3 days, 2 hours for stop buying some rations. Drifting wood. Our base has been hit by some drifting wood. It's all the way over here. So great news, which is plus 30 wood, or morons morons don't let it go. So -5 influence if I pick that, but I can't because, well, we haven't got any influence at all. So I'm just going to say great news. Confirm.
Right decision, Captain. As
Metal
long as you
vents
keep
over
them
there.
happy, people won't really care how you achieve your goals.
And there's pipe networks apparently. Not yet built them. Low tide has revealed new resources. Low tide has increased the water level and temporarily revealed new areas with potential resources, but we must hurry. The water will rise again after some time, and anyone who stays below it will be washed away. Pay attention to the weather bar at the top right. We must hurry. So let's pause it, and we will have a look. So, if we zoom in and down, we've now got access to this level. Okay, now I don't think the boat can get in there because its draft's probably bigger than the concrete. But if we were to build a way down there, we might be able to gather stuff out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to risk it. So ladders, like this. I drag down, and then I go supports. I think it's one more ladder, actually. One more ladder, maybe? I don't think I can get it just yet. A ladder just in there. I think I'm good. Then it's how do I get over here? Like that. Yes. Now I don't need these wooden support blocks. I can just use the pathing, but the path is the same. The path is the same in terms of its. I don't know, why would you use the path? In terms of its resources, it's the same. It's 2. Oh, it's probably weight is different. Right. I think it might be to do with weight. But I'm going to do that. That should suffice. Let's bring this up. There you go.
New buildings available. And this one will need even more
And now we have
resources
access to
build.
all of this.
Yay.
So it's going to take obviously a bit for the guys to go and have a look at it. And ooh, what's that? Oh, just a pile of junk. Just looked a bit more interesting than what it was. Fine. Research is finished again. So we've built roofs. I'm going to get on that in a moment. We have hamster wheels for electricity. We have windows. I'm going to build a wood catcher because it's always good to, well, at least have that because I'm actually really low on wood. I've just realised, oh, that could be a problem. Luckily, I think the game will always... It feels like we can't necessarily get into a total failure state, as in there's always going to be driftwood coming in. Can't really call it home. It's better than nothing, but these houses aren't great for living in. One of the leaders like to make some improvements. So we have more important tasks right now. -2 loyalty on engineers. I know a better way. Increase loyalty, but citizens reach a house quality of 0.0. Oh, we've got 0 out of 3. Right, well, that's not an easy fix, but it is a fix. And that's one of the things we've unlocked. In housing, all of these roofs. Yeah? So you can build these roofs. So I'm going to build... no, each one requires 5 wood, so I can't do any of that. I did say about wood earlier. And that's where we've got a problem now. So, the boat. You are tasked with high priority wood gathering. Go. Because I need it. I also have this problem with that I'm burning the wood. I'm burning the wood because of this this stockpiling of some rations. As soon as that's done, I will accept it, and I might even turn this off. If it uses it, then I'm gonna have a lot of bother. But let's see. Because we've only got 4 wood. That's why I want to get this
Good
research
job,
for the wood
everyone.
gatherer. We'll
Enough
probably
wood
build the
for
wood
today.
gatherer first, because we've got plenty of time to do the rest of it, right? Oh, there you go. So the citizens have now started to congregate around here. So, because it's at night time, obviously they're off the clock, so they're doing their own thing. Oh wow, we have access, quite good access down here. So a lot of that's going to be gathered. I know, precarious way up and down. Yeah, there's that temporary permanent ladder. I don't know if elevators are in the game. Oh, this build isn't interactable. Oh yes, we have a peculiar object. I can send people to it. I will send people to it. I'm going to send 2 of our engineers over to that. This is obviously the night time. You can tell by the absence of sun. And I often find I'm just sort of skipping past it, but it does give you opportunities to obviously build and such. High tide incoming, run. So people will be trapped or can be trapped by the rising tide. Now, normally, if you build cleverly, there's multiple ways out of the rising. Like, you wouldn't just put one point of access to an area that could potentially be blocked. It just wouldn't, just not a sound decision. But yeah, you can let's say get
Research completed.
get wood catchers built, or at least unlocked. I will get one of those. No, I won't. 20 wood. How what are we on? 7. Brilliant. But yeah, with the flood coming in, obviously you want to make sure that people aren't going to be trapped at least. Okay. So I need to get chocolate apparently. While scavenging around, someone found a box full of chocolate bars. This might be the last time we'll ever get to eat chocolate. Give it to workers, engineers, sailors, or we'll use it for treats to those that listen to me. So you can increase the loyalty of each... I don't know if you would call it faction? Social group. Yes. Don't know if... Yeah. You can we could do that, or we can improve influence. I'm going to say... the bottom one seems a bit... I don't know, there's something a bit sinister about that last one. Go on, confirm. We'll go for that. We'll go for that. Oh, there you go. So we can see that citizens are in the flood zone.
Oh, really? Are they?
So they're in the flood zone. The water's rising. The water's rising. Now, that's not too much of a problem, I don't think, because they will use this ladder and run away. They're not entirely stupid. Word spreads. Word is spreading about our colony. People are coming here looking for a better chance of survival. Welcome, everybody. +1 worker loyalty, +3 workers. You can... If you can pay, you can stay, which gives us goods. Right. Just remember, I'm the captain here. Gain more workers, but also influence. Find another place where full, so that's minus worker loyalty and influence. Or leave your supplies and move along, so we can, yes, basically take everything off them. I'm going to say everybody welcome. Confirm. There we go. Increase happiness 15 for at least one social group. So yeah, we do have some housing issues now. But I'll sort that out. I'll sort that out in a bit. Because I don't have the wood to do it. I want to hopefully get... Is this guy gathering wood? I'm going to say high priority of wood. High priority, high priority, high priority of all that. There you go. And then once we've got the wood fishing hut thing. There we go, I can pause it now. And woodcatcher. So where can the woodcatcher go? Well, strangely, wood fit... No. So there's access to this... Where is there access to it? You get different access points on it. So I know there's one at the back, but I think there's also one at the side. If I was to place it here, it almost certainly would be blocked. Yeah, 70%, see that, 70%. So we wouldn't benefit from putting it there. However, there is fine. It's not interfering with anything. But I like to build it further out. Just in case. And I think... I don't like that there's an entrance there. But whatever, it will suffice. That will do. Job nicely. And we'll assign a worker to that. So that's going to give us some now wood. I probably should have built that sooner rather than later. Mysterious building. Captain, look at this strange structure over there. Looks like it goes all the way down underwater and there's no entrance at the top. We'll have to wait for the water level to drop even lower before we can figure out what the thing is. I guess we just wait. That's obviously a long-term thing. Did I fail the water one? Or did it automatically pass now that I went over the certain amount? I might have done. What I am, however, going to do is make sure the house quality is improved. Let's go with wood support building, electric junk catcher, a range upgrade. I'm just going to go through and see if the basics done. Oh, wood crane. What's that there? Collects resources directly beneath it. Junk trees and stuff like that. Maybe not. Fishing greenhouse, fishing boat, mushroom farm. Leisure buildings, watchtower. Keeps an eye on the city and horizon. Who knows what it might notice. Affects buildings. Buildings with workers get extra production speed and does not stack. I'm going to get a watchtower. Right, okay. I'll get a watchtower, but we'll also go for housing. And roofing. So the arrows do, I believe, make a difference. I'm just not 100% what they are. It's not like water falling off. But I'm going to do this. Put like... Oh, actually, wait. I could probably put corner pieces on these, couldn't I? Oh, no, I don't think there is a total corner piece. I'm just going to build a cross. But each one of these that I place is going to increase the quality of the houses by a little bit. Which we've done. After that... What would be the best course of action? Is that going to break? Why is that going to break? Oh, it's probably because there's a section that's been opened up because of the people demolishing stuff. I'm going to get the guys to probably go up there, but that means more issue. It's more issues. Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't have the resources for it. Definitely need more homes, but I'm just worried. Do I unlock better homes? Currently researching watchtower. The wood has been depleted there. You can see it's all falling down. Trying to think where would the other home be. So I could place it here. It is doable if I put things underneath it, but that will not allow me then to build either side. Building in here is a bit... I mean, I'd have to build across, wouldn't I, like this? And again, I'm probably thinking more homes. So I think one of the homes is just called a wooden home. I'll set the research in a moment. We do have new traits now. So workers have +2 carrying capacity. Sailors have plus 50% increased movement speed. And engineers have a 5% increased production efficiency gain. Oh, we're getting rain. A lot of rain coming in. Okay. For this other one here, I can just give them 20 scrap. I can give them 15 wood, and engineers gain loyalty. And instead of knowing a better way, which is influence. Since I'm not doing anything with influence, I'm going to confirm the other one, just so it's not hanging over my head. I don't need that. I don't need to worry about that one.
Oh, really? Aren't they?
Right, okay. Researchers... Well, researchers are resting. What are we doing for production? We're actually at maximum citizen capacity because we've got the homes. Workers unable to reach any marked resources. That's because the demolition hut. Okay. If we're careful, we might be able to get over there. But I think we would struggle. And is it worth going over there? I don't know. What's the range of it? Oh, the range only just misses out a little bit, but then there's also crates and other things over there. It might be worth denoting some time to that.
Rise and shine, everyone.
No, do we dedicate? Not dedicate time to it. Do I? Depends on our wood.
New
At the moment,
buildings
not so
available.
much.
And this one will need even more
Research is done.
Yay.
I'm gonna go to housing. There's windows in the wooden house. Okay. Wooden house is double the capacity, and I think it's got extra comfort. Let me double check. Yes. But then you've also got windows and decorations. Windows +4 window value. But it's a decoration item. Let me go with windows, I think. Go for it, yes. We've also got the watchtower now, which is 20 wood. Just don't know how large it is. Does it tell me the footprint? No. Can we build another boat? No, if we had more wood, I'd be able to build another boat. And I think I will do that. Okay. I'm going to reduce the fisherman, put another worker on there. So we now have 2 fishermen. Going to max out a bit more on time. And just keeping an eye... There we go, until I can build another boat. 1 new boat. 2 sailors. Because you don't need... You don't need a boat and like a 1-to-1 dock boat ratio. Oh, looks like we're going to get low tide again. You can see all this is opened up as well. So I don't want to build along from here and then up because that would trap me in. Work is now gathering all around as well. You can see they kind of gather adjacent, which is good. Wooden house. I'll prioritize the wood. Let's just knock that up. So even though I'm prioritizing this, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Oh no, the boats are going to do exactly that because nobody else can gather the other stuff, and there's no point in gathering this junk rubble because we've got loads, got plenty. Okay, let's go with we'll fix the housing issue. Let's say I might wait until the windows are done, then build this slightly better home. Oh. Interesting. Valuable crate. A well-locked crate that might have something valuable inside can't be opened without the proper tools. Otherwise known as fuel and tools. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Right, what I was going to do, I was going to build over to here, at least potentially. The problem with that is, you can see where the normal sea level is. Or at least normal at the moment, because I think it can fluctuate as the game progresses on. But, all this you can see is now sort of stained and, yeah, covered up. So I want to build across into that. So what I'll do is I'll build from here. Like so. I don't think I'm going to be able to build across. I really don't. I think I'm going to really struggle, but I have to try. For the sake of sanity. Just need to line it up though. So does it line up there? I think it does line up there.
Research completed.
Windows! We now have windows. 1, 2. 1, 2. Will this third one be the one that breaks? No! Connected up. Excellent. So I can build across. Actually, I don't need to. I can build there. And then have in that. And then have that. Super precarious. But we're across. And now you can see this one has automatically been marked for gathering. And then I'm just going to wait until we've got a little bit more wood. To then do that. And then we can go down as well, and basically this just opens up so much space for us. More resources. I don't think they're gonna... Are they going to gather this broken floor is my question though. Because they should be able to walk around on it. Nowhere to gather this. Yes. Path access, boat access. Or crane must be in range. Floating wood. I think the thing in the tide's changed. Okay. More houses, more better there. And let's look at windows. In fact, let's double check. Water is good. Food is good. It's just wood, really. Oh, and there you go. There's the rain, and the rain is pouring off like that. Okay. Says all your windows. So you got ones like balconies and stuff like that. And windows. Now, I tend to put these in because you can... well, I can't with that one because I run out of resources. But you can basically put them, if you wanted to, sort of back to back like that. How much does that require? 8 and 10. And that one requires 8 and 5. But what's the difference? Oh!
Up, everyone!
Affects
Up.
buildings. +2 window value. But it costs a lot more. But then why on earth would I do that? Why would I not just build the other one? Decoration. Because this is the cheapest one. And I can build it like that. And I think on the backs there as well. It's just going to increase our decoration value. I mean, that's, I'll be honest, when I started this video and I saw this gap, I thought, I know exactly what's going to go there. I know exactly how I'm going to do this. And that's why I set it up like I did. Okay, fine. And now do we have access over here? Yeah, the guys are picking up all the resources here. And there you go, and now all of this has been marked for demolition because we have our demolition guys. And also down here, we can say... Oh, well, we can't say grab that now because it's flood. Yeah, and then we've got windy. And I'm assuming... And again, assuming perhaps wrongly, but it's reasonable to surmise that you get more wind generation when it's windy. Yeah. Okay. So some people are obviously saying they're homeless. I mean, they're currently in neck-deep water, so yes, of course, that's going to be a problem. But they're not drowning. They're in a flood zone, but they're not drowning. How are we doing for this? I just want to build this last wood house before we finish off for this the video.
New
There you go.
buildings available.
Let me just go with now
And
energy
this one
and go
will
for a
need
hamster
even
wheel.
more resources to build.
Because some buildings do require
Hey,
some... yeah, they do require some electricity. Can this be demolished? I don't know if... No, that wouldn't do it. That wouldn't do it at all. And these ones, I think, are just... They're permanent. Proper permanent as well, not temporary permanent. So, obviously, I can only place it in a certain position, because otherwise it would... Well, basically, it would get hit by the negative effect of the water boiler. I'm going to go with this. Now, this could be bad. Like that. Then housing. And then rotate it. Nah, I'm going to have to connect it up. Like that. There's the supports. And then we've got a house on this side. With hopefully a lovely sea view. Okay. Let's see if we can increase these now. Like that. And I'll put more on this side as well. Once it's in. To build a home first, but once it's in, everyone should be good. Should actually have no homes
construction completed.
now.
Wait,
Although it won't allow me to fit it in. Is it just a lack of wood? What a surprise. It is. I think another wood gatherer or another boat is in order. Especially when obviously I'm burning through research with some of this. And also we've got our wood boiler as well. Please help us. A group of their own group with their own boats come along and they say they'll be looking for a place to stay. They can stay. We can take care of everyone. Good, but must hand over the boat first. So plus 20 influence and plus 2 sailors if the first option is chosen. We take care of everybody. Plus 1 sailor loyalty and plus 2 sailors, but also minus food and water, which I'm currently sitting pretty good on actually. Or give me the boat. I'm going to say we take care of everybody. Confirm. So, you know, you do have some moral choices in this. Yeah.
Really.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of All Will Fall. I think, like I say, we've only really scratched the surface on this. Naturally, there's a lot of stuff. Like, you saw how big the research tree was. And there's a lot more levels that we haven't even... loads of places we haven't even went to and gathered. There is a blueprint mode, which I've not even opened. And there's also painting and material modes. And yeah, obviously there's a lot of these, you know, the happiness to meet on the different types of like workers and sailors and what do they call them? And social groups. But in terms of building, I not only find it interesting but also quite creative. The multiple floor thing. Sometimes multiple floors in building games can be just, we've added multiple floors, you now can just build more, but either up or down. And that is obviously, you know, naturally, it is true here to some extent. However, because the water level changes, because you've got the height difference in different resources at different levels, it does mean there is a mechanical reason for doing it. That seems to be implemented quite well. Yeah, there's a lot to like. There is a lot to like. Don't really have anything other to say on that one here. Like I say, played a couple of hours. Enough that I've enjoyed my time with it, and I'll be continuing on. If that's something you want to see, then by all means let me know in the comments. As always, tips, comments, suggestions, much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and generic partings.